Modded Monday, Episode 3, Spyderco Endura 4 Warrenclyffe K390, 3.75 inch blade, and we're gonna chop it and see how it turns out. This is my first blade chop and a regrind, and we're gonna see how it turned out. So this knife is the K390, and I think it had some burnt edge when I first got it. That's why I decided to do this in the first place. The grinder I used was a Vever 1x30, and I didn't get the grinding process and all that, but you could see after the first rough draft what I ended up adding a harpoon type thing to it and took off probably almost a quarter inch, not quite a quarter inch, and then I took off very little on the width, just pretty much thinned it out just very little. If I had more time, I probably would have went down a little bit thinner behind the edge. This is the first draft right off the grinder. You could still see the lines and everything like that, and some of the acid from the first etch that I did. And I also added a swedge on it, which was, I think, the only part that could use a little more refinement. But I went in and the blade to handle ratio, I think, is a lot more fitting for my needs. It has a big handle, and it's still a big blade. It's still over 3.5. I probably have to measure it. But I think it came out really well. I kept dipping it in water in between passes on the grinder to keep it from heating up. This is me reassembling and making sure everything fits together really nicely. And any shorter, I think you could see right here where the blade might show. But I think if you took a little off of where it connects to the back spacer, it will. You could probably keep going if you wanted to, or do something crazy. You just probably have to take a little bit off, so it still will. So the blade isn't exposed when it's in the locked position. And this is me trying to refine the swedge on it with I think this is a 300 grit stone, diamond stone. And I go at it for a little bit, and I definitely evened it out, but I went back in with some sandpaper just to give it a finish. And this knife is still a work in progress. I want to add, I'm thinking about the micarta scales from Flytanium. And I don't know if we're going to add a back spacer, but I also want to play with the finishes. I tried doing a hand rub satin at the end. And I tried to do, I was thinking about doing another acid etch, but I think it really looks nice, and I wanted to see how this K390 holds up with the corrosion, so I didn't do the acid etch. But I might do that in the future, along with some other modifications to this knife. I think it came out really nice. I was really happy with it. I know this video is a little late. I just was still moving, and I ended up getting sick, and then we still had to deal with all the snow, so that's why I know it's a couple days late, but I still wanted to get it out and not wait till next Monday. So I still have other videos planned, but I wanted to try getting this one out there. I know it's been a while since we had a modded Monday. You can see the close-up on it. It looks pretty good, but up close you can see there is a little bit unevenness, but I refined it and I ended up doing the hand rub satin. So I'll have some clips of that. This first one is just the 240 grit, I believe, when I first did it. And then I ended up adding, continuing with a 600, and then a light pass with a 1,000 grit, I believe, or maybe, 1,000 grit sandpaper. And then I hand sharpened it, which I didn't get any video of. Sorry about that. But I'll add the footage of, or the pictures, I guess. Have a little more refinement next one, and hopefully I can get a little more of the grinding process on camera, because I had a good time doing this, and I want to continue doing this. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stay blessed, guys. Thank you.